Hello, hello. Welcome to Heal and Ascend to Row. So I hope everyone is doing well. So today we're going to be doing a What Divine Masculine Isn't Telling You reading, okay? So for those of you who probably haven't been in communication with your Divine Masculine for some time, or maybe you have, maybe there's still a message for you here as well. Maybe your Divine Masculine has been hiding some things from you. We're going to take a look and see what's going on. So please remember, this is a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single one of you. It's just not possible. Make sure, as always, when you're when you're listening to a reading, you're using your intuition, okay? It should just feel that it's confirming what's something that you already know intuitively, okay? If you wanted to book a personalized reading with me, I do same day and extended reading, so you can click the link down below. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, so for this reading specifically, we're only going to be taking a look at Divine Masculine. All right, so let's see. So Spirit, what is Divine Masculine not telling Divine Feminine at this time? What is Divine Masculine not telling Divine Feminine? Sorry guys, if you can hear a loud noise, I live right downtown, so you might hear noises in the background. Alright, let's see. So what Divine Masculine is not telling Divine Feminine at this time? Let's see what insights we can get. Oh, okay, so we have Forbidden. Okay, so this is really interesting to come out first off. So what Divine Masculine isn't telling you right now is that he feels like in order to come towards you, there's a wall, okay? For whatever reason, he feels like it's forbidden. So whether he's in another relationship, whether he feels like you wouldn't even let him in, he's feeling that it's sort of forbidden. It's forbidden territory right now, okay? So this is going to be a specific message for those of you who are in no communication with your Divine Masculine, I would say. I think that's how this is. I think that's going to resonate with most people, is the no communication, or you haven't talked to this person in some time, or maybe sporadic communication, opposed to those of you who are in constant communication. But take it how it resonates for you, okay? But yes, he's definitely feeling like there's a sense of things being forbidden, like he can't get to you or he's blocked. So actually, let's get some clarifiers on why this is. Wow, the Tower and the Page of Cups. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is that there's this sense of the Divine Masculine is feeling if he comes towards you, if he approaches you, it would cause some sort of tower moment, because things are supposed to be forbidden, or things are forbidden right now for whatever reason, whether this is actually the case or this is just something in his mind where he's feeling like things are forbidden. I'm getting that a lot of people would be disrupted. Okay, a lot of situations would be disrupted if he were to come towards you. I'm also seeing here with the Forbidden and the Page of Cups, for a lot of you, he has realized that you have sort of blocked him from coming in, and maybe for some of you, you've actually physically blocked your Divine Masculine on social media, on your phone, whatever it is, but he's feeling that you have sort of closed the door on this. And in order for him to come forward, he would have to at least start with an apology to even get the door slightly open, okay? But even then, he's thinking that it would probably cause a tower moment. So I'm definitely getting some reluctancy right now from the Divine Masculines. They might feel kind of pushed away by the Feminines. What is Divine Masculine not telling you? Wow. He's not telling you, though, that he wants to fight for you. Okay, we have the Warrior. This is interesting to come through, because I think it's been a while where the Masculines have really stepped into this position, because I feel that the Masculines have kind of been falling back into that, not giving up, but kind of going back into what's comfortable for them. So the Warrior position is telling me that they're actually wanting to take that risk, and they're wanting to fight for the Divine Feminines. Okay, let's clarify the Warrior. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, Eight of Pentacles. So they're wanting to put in that work, that dedicated work, That's what the warrior is. It's like fighting and fighting and going after what you want day in and day out. So for some of you, I feel like the divine masculine, even though you might have made it forbidden for them, they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep working to get towards you, whether you see this or not. So for some of you, this might mean that they call, that they're reaching out. For some of you, this means that they're just working on themselves day in and day out, okay? Because they know that they have to be better if they're going to come towards you. Because I'm seeing right now, in their current situation, they're not very happy. 10 of Cups in reverse. So in their current situation, they're not very happy, so they're feeling the motivation to become a better person and to fight for the divine feminine, but also just to fight for themselves, okay? I'm seeing this as working on themselves for a lot of you guys, okay? So what divine masculine isn't telling divine feminine at this time? There's no really structure to this reading. We're just going to pull messages and see what we get. Okay. Yes, exactly. Fresh approach. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that the divine masculine is looking for that fresh approach to come towards the divine feminine, because I feel that this door has been closed for some time with the forbidden. Okay, so he's scheming, he's trying to figure out a fresh approach. How do I approach the divine feminine in a way where she's actually going to open up that door again, where she's not going to shut me down? And right now, you know, he's thinking about apologies, he's thinking about what he can do, but I feel that his awareness of the fact that this could cause another tower moment is making him go within, and it's making him do the actual work. Okay, because the whole point of the twin flame journey is for the divine masculine to do the work on himself, right? It's not just about the divine feminine, because the divine masculine is of no use to the divine feminine if he hasn't done the work himself. So I am getting that this fresh approach that he has is actually to do some sort of work on himself. Okay, very nice. So what divine masculine isn't telling you? Oh, okay. Oh, in the bottom of the deck we have the community card. So this could be jealousy over third parties. Okay, that's really what I'm strongly getting. I'm going to clarify, but what divine masculine isn't telling you is that he's envious of you, he's jealous of you. So for some of you, it could be that maybe you make more money than the divine masculine. For some of you, it could be that maybe you are in another relationship, or you're giving the impression that you have other options, or he knows you have other options. So there's this jealousy here. So we are going to clarify what this is about, but what he's not telling you is that he is very envious at this time. Alright, spirits, let's clarify. Why is envy here for divine masculine? Why is the envy here? The Fool. Why is the envy here, spirit? The Emperor in reverse. And the Three of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm seeing with this is, with the Three of Wands, this is about someone looking out at their options, looking out at what is out there. And I'm getting with the Fool and the Three of Wands, what the divine masculine is envious of is the fact that you have this sort of fresh start. You're looking out at your options. You know, you can take a leap of faith. You're taking risks in your life, okay? You're looking out to the future, and the energy that he's in right now is this Emperor in reverse. This is someone who wants to take control, but right now there's still control issues, okay? I also think this is sort of what's playing into is this is something that he has to release, because we know that having envy towards someone is not healthy as well. So this is something that he has to let go of, but I do still see envy and control issues for the masculine, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that the divine feminine seems to have her freedom right now. That's really what I'm getting, is the word freedom. And this is scaring the divine masculine, because he realizes that with the divine feminine having her freedom, he no longer has control. And this is good because, again, this is breaking free from this idea that a relationship is based on control. It's not based on control. And the whole point of the twin flame relationship is to break these old paradigms. So this is something that he has to break, which is why we have the fresh approach here, right? He's got to break this idea that a relationship is about having control over someone, because that's not the case at all. There needs to be a sense of freedom in a relationship. And right now, the Divine Feminine has her freedom, and this is making the Divine Masculine very jealous. Okay? So again, whether it's the freedom in your finances, the freedom in your friendships, freedom in your romantic partnerships, whatever it is, he's just seeing you as a free bird, and that makes him quite jealous because he feels like he doesn't have that control right now. Okay? So what else is Divine Masculine not telling you at this time? What is Divine Masculine not telling you? So we have broken heart. Okay. So for some of you, on the surface, he's not showing you that he's really brokenhearted over this. Okay. That he's been trying to mend his heart, but he's still having a tough time with this separation, with this no communication, or with whatever has gone on. Alright, so we are going to get some clarifiers, of course, on this, but he is definitely brokenhearted. So for those of you who think that your Divine Masculine doesn't care or is not bothered by anything, that is just not the case. So why is broken heart here? Yeah, look at that. Over the Empress, okay? Broken heart over the Empress. For some of you, I'm getting that your Divine Masculine is kind of obsessing over you. I feel like the tables have sort of turned here where, you know, maybe it was a point in time where you had a strong attachment to the masculine. I'm getting that the roles have sort of reversed, and now they have this strong attachment to you, which is why they're feeling so brokenhearted. Yeah, look at this. There's a lot of healing needed here. We have the Star in reverse, so their broken heart is also in the... it's aligned with the fact that they're feeling that they're losing hope on this situation, okay, which I think goes down to the first card that came out with this Forbidden. They're starting to feel like the wall here. They don't know how to come through to the Divine Feminine anymore, okay? This is most likely because the Feminines have set some sort of boundaries or have kind of closed the door on this situation. Maybe not forever, but they have sort of made it seem that it is sort of forbidden at this time. And maybe it's for their own healing, but I do feel like the Divine Masculine feels like if he were to open that door, it would create a tower. So right now, he's just feeling like it's best to step back. And so he's losing hope on the situation, which is leaving him feeling brokenhearted. Because right now, and look at that, guys. Exactly. Leaving him feeling brokenhearted, and under that is the Queen of Swords in reverse, because this is the energy that the Divine Feminines have embodied or are in right now, or at least this is what the Divine Masculine is feeling like you would be with the Queen of Swords in reverse, that you would just cut him out, that you have no interest. And again, it's probably because for some of you Divine Feminines, you have been hurt to a certain point where you either have walked away or you just started to do your own thing and kind of you know, step back from this connection, stop putting in the work into the connection, and now the Divine Masculine is feeling that and is starting to lose hope. Okay. Wow. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. So that equal give and take is not there anymore. The Divine Feminine is not giving to the situation anymore, and this is leaving the Divine Masculine feeling really brokenhearted. I actually think the broken heart card comes out a lot when we do the Divine Masculine, what he isn't telling you. Okay, because for a lot of you, the Divine Masculines aren't going to show on the surface that they're brokenhearted, right? There's too much pride there. Oh, what did I tell you guys? Strategy and fresh approach. So what the Divine Masculine is not telling you is that he is working on a strategy to come towards you. He's plotting, he's planning, he's trying to figure out how to come towards you. Okay, but this is the planning stage, right? The Eight of Pentacles. He's thinking about things, he's working on things, but I'm just getting a sense that all of this is sort of behind the scenes right now. For some of you, maybe you'll see your Divine Masculine doing certain things, but for most of you, this is, he's working on something, he's building something, he's, you know, maybe dealing with certain people in his life that he hasn't dealt with yet because he's trying to strategize a fresh approach to come towards the feminine when he feels ready, okay? When he feels more like this warrior that we are seeing in the beginning, okay? So let's move these out of the way. So let's take a look at how he's currently feeling towards you. All right, so Spirit, how is the Divine Masculine currently feeling towards the divine feminine in the heart. How's divine masculine currently feeling? How's divine masculine currently feeling? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So yeah, that's why we had the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, and the reconciliation. So like I said, in the bottom of the deck, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I'm seeing this right now as the divine masculine is actually getting a lot of signs of the divine feminine through separation. Most of you are aware of that. If you've been on a twin flame journey, you know that you get a lot of signs, you get a lot of synchronicities. So the divine masculine right now is wanting to work on the partnership, which is why we saw that 8 of Pentacles. He's wanting to reconcile with the divine feminine, okay? But he is feeling like it's forbidden, so remember that he might not be approaching. This is how he feels. So how is the divine masculine? So let's clarify. Alright, Spirit, please clarify to the cards. Yeah, see? So he's wanting to work on this. He's wanting to reconcile, but he's still in solitude mode. He's still kind of sticking to himself right now, thinking about this, okay? Your divine masculine really wants to communicate with you. So if you're not in communication, please understand he wants to communicate with you, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you should communicate, because I am kind of feeling a sense that the divine masculine needs this time for himself. He needs to find himself. He needs to take control of the situation. But he is wanting to communicate with you, okay? Through this time of solitude. And look at this, guys. Twin flame. So I think that's really nice that this comes out in this reading. But this is also indicating that for some of you, your divine masculine does know about the term twin flame, and he does know that you are twin flames. Okay, and I think, you know, some of you divine feminines doubt that, but I am seeing that a lot of divine masculines are waking up to the fact that there is such a thing called twin flames, and that they might be a twin flame and they might be in this kind of connection, okay? So they are aware of this. If not twin flame, they're aware that it's a very strong spiritual connection because of all of the signs that they've been receiving, okay? You know as well, when you were on your journey where you started getting signs and synchronicities to the point where Spirit was just making it so obvious to you. Spirit does the same for the divine masculine, okay? It just takes the divine masculine a little bit more time to wake up. Because usually the divine masculine is a little more low vibrational, not always, but oftentimes, especially if there are addictions or drugs or alcohol involved, their vibration is much lower, which means it's harder for them to recognize the signs, but eventually they do come around, and I'm seeing that they are coming around to this, and they do believe that you are their twin flame, which is why they want to work on this and they want to reconcile, and they want to communicate after a time of separation or solitude, okay? All right, so let's end it off with a few messages from them. I feel badly for the way I treated you. You didn't deserve that. You are an angel. So the divine masculine is really recognizing and feeling regret and remorse for what he's done. He knows that you didn't deserve that. He sees you as someone who is an angel. He sees you as someone who is not really of this earth. Maybe it's because you're so forgiving. Maybe it's because you have this gentle nature. Whatever it is, he just feels like you are an angel and you didn't deserve to be treated that way. And he might have treated you the way he's treated other people in the past. Okay, and he's seeing that you're different than that. Yeah, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. So for a lot of you, if your divine masculine went into another relationship, or, you know, went back to an old relationship, or whatever it is, for all of you guys, a third-party situation is going to be different. Most of you have a third-party situation, but it could be work. Normally it is another person, but not always. He's saying that the grass wasn't greener. So he wasn't happier in that situation. Maybe he thought he was going to be, but he wasn't. Okay? hence why he's wanting to come back into communication and reconcile with the Divine Feminine. I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusion. So there's that Emperor in reverse energy. There's that pride and that ego. He knows you're right, but for whatever reason, he's got to come to those terms on his own. He's got to swallow his pride and come towards you. He's still not quite there yet, guys. That's what I'm seeing. He's getting there, but he's not quite there yet. But I will say this, he does know you're right, and he does see your side of things now, whereas in the past, he might not have saw your side of things, okay? Yeah, and I'm reminded of you constantly, right? There's those signs. I'm reminded of you constantly. Okay, so for those of you who are in no communication or just very little communication with your Divine Masculine, please understand they're brokenhearted. They want to communicate. They still have to overcome their pride, but they are in the midst of strategizing a plan to come towards you. Okay, so I hope that this reading was helpful. As always, if you wanted to book a personal reading, head over to healandascendtorow.com, and I'll see you guys very soon. Love and light. Bye.